That's sweet. Yeah, it's pretty warm for a day, the day to day. Well, at least you won't have to go up there to get a hot dog. You just. That's great.
Out of Pennsylvania's run, grease and sparkling, old rhymes, hard and tune, ringing classics back to jingle. Cause it's in Spitfire roll, every bolt and another story. Ring repair, he'll restore it and sweat the daily glory. Lost Pitch Garage, the name, engine roars and never flames, turning rust into the main with every...
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Greg, Lost Wrench Garage. Glad to see you back. If you're new here, I do a lot of repairs on everything and anything to do with a motor. I do mostly British vehicles, but I'll work on everything. Right now I'm working on a 1970 TR6. Been doing the frame on it. But lately I just been busy. I just haven't had a chance to get out here and get back at it. And unfortunately, today is another one of those days. It's Saturday, and I went to a friend's house to take care of her 1967 MGB to get it, the carburetor's synced on it. Checked her, she has electronic ignition. I checked her distributor and wires, and it kind of got a little miss. But we got the carburetor synced perfectly, and then she was telling me about the clutch issue. There's a clutch issue. Well, it's not a clutch issue. The clutch is working fine. When you put it in gear, it kind of got like a shudder when you go to pull forward or reverse, and we're kind of up in the air on that. So any of you NGB owners can tell me what maybe is going on with that. Let me know in the comments or shoot me an email. We'd like to try to get that figured out within 2 weeks, because she wants to use the car to go to some car shows during the summer before the season's done. But it goes into gear fine, no grinding. Goes into reverse fine, no grinding. But when you let the clutch out and let the clutch completely out and get moving, you can feel like it feels like a vibration in the drivetrain. Just thunk, 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 thunk. And it goes with the speed of the car. And as you're moving, if you push the clutch in, disengage, it goes away. So we haven't looked at the rear suspension too closely. So we did climb underneath and check the U-joints. They look perfect. Greased, fine. Drive shaft seems fine. The slip joint for the drive shafts look fine. There's just very little play in the dip. When you turn the drive shaft, there's very little play. So backlash seems good. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. I didn't have a lot of time. So I told her, I said, I'd try and find something out. So I'd throw it out to you guys and see what you have to say. But I'm getting ready. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, but I'm getting ready for the car show tomorrow, and I'm going to take you along. Yes, another car show video. But I just haven't had the chance with other things that's been going on. Taking care of my mother Monday through Friday. And then in the afternoons, if you look back, I did a video on doing Walmart Spark delivery to subsidize my income. So I've been doing that in the afternoons for 3 or 4 hours. And by the time I'm done, I'm here about 5 or 6, and I'm ready for dinner and shower and relax and do it again the next day. But I did get out to the car show last weekend at the Conneaut Lake Historical Society. There'll be another one of them coming up, but it'll be more of a story about the Liberty II, the boat. So if you kind of wonder about that, we'll put it up here. A link, card to link to that video, just so you kind of wonder, if you're wondering what the Liberty II is. It's a piece of history. But so I got about I want to take about an hour. The shop is kind of dirty, not real bad, but I would like to get the Spitfire out of the carport, parked over here, get the top put back up and seal, clean, do a little things so I'm ready for the morning, because I'm wanting to leave fairly early. The show, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't start till 10. I can't remember. I'll put the picture up here of it. It might be noon. I don't remember. But I want to get there early so I can get a nice shady parking spot. They're talking for rain in the morning, but that ain't going to stop me. But so I'm going to bring the car around and just tinker with that a little bit. And the next thing you'll probably see is the tomorrow morning, of us getting ready to go and head on over to the show. Give you some video of the cars that are there, and let you check that out, and we'll figure out from there. I'm just shooting this video off the hip, so it's the way most of my videos are. So I'll see you tomorrow morning.
The next day.
Hello, this is voiceover Greg. Yeah, unfortunately, I am going to have to do a voiceover because of copyright music, and I'll put in some non-copyright music for you guys to enjoy, just so we don't have issues.
that up for you. we got plans on this.
The Susu 8 diesel.
Diesel.
Cool. That's sweet. Yeah, it's pretty warm for a day, the day to day. Well, at least you won't have to go up there to get a hot dog. You just. That's great. What was it originally? Okay, Chevy Malibu wagon. That is neat.
I'll give you a picture of what it used to look like 10 years ago.
That's where she started out at. That's cool.
Yep. Nobody likes it, so I retired it.
I like it.
Thank you.
30 years have come and gone, still feels like yesterday, when you held my trembling hands and vowed you'd always stay. Through the storms and quiet nights, you've been my steady ground. In your arms, my dear Greg, true love is what I've found. The lines upon your weathered face, they tell our story well. The laughter, tears, and dreams we've built, no one else could tell. Through the trials, through the joys, you've been my truest friend. With you, my love, I know our bond will never see an end. Oh, Greg, my love, my steady heart, you're all I'll ever need. You've been my rock, my guiding star, in thought and word and deed. For 30 years and counting still, I'll love you more each day. Forever in your arms, my love, I'll never drift away. You've seen me at my very worst and loved me just the same. Through every stumble, every fall, you never placed the blame. You've held me close when skies grew dark and whispered it's alright. Greg, you're the flame that warms my soul on every coldest night. Time may try to steal our youth, but it won't touch our flame. The years can only deepen love and strengthen what we claim. Through every step I'll walk with you until the end of time. Greg, my love, my partner true, forever you are mine. Oh, Greg, my love, my steady heart, you're all I'll ever need. You've been my rock, my guiding star, in thought and word and deed. For 30 years and counting still, I'll love you more each day. Forever in your arms, my love, I'll never drift away.
"30 years it's been you and me, from the first spark to a family tree, and through every storm, every break of dawn. Betty, you're the reason I've held on. I'll hold your hand as long as I can, and through the hardest times I'll be your man. If your strength fades, let me carry the load. We'll walk together on love's old road. By the front porch swing, where the jasmine grows, your laugh still warms me, Lord, how it shows. Though time's been heavy and trials run deep, your love's the treasure I'll always keep. I'll hold your hand as long as I can, and through the hardest times I'll be your man. If your strength fades, let me carry the load. We'll walk together on love's old road. Your eyes still shine like a winter's fire. You're my best friend, my heart's desire. So don't you worry, lean into me. We'll face tomorrow, just wait and see. Betty, my love, when you feel unsure, I'll tenderly remind you our love is pure. And every day that I'm blessed to stay, I'll thank the heavens for you always.
I made it back home, and I'm glad I made it home. After I shot the last bit of footage, they gave away the awards. They drew the 50-50, then they gave away the awards for classes. I was in the European class, which there was about 4 or 5 cars, and I had a pretty good chance, but I wasn't really too worried about it. I'm just there to enjoy the day and see some friends and check out all the other cars. But as you've seen in the video, there was a very good mix of cars. Very good. What happened is toward the end, once I got done shooting footage, they drew everything. Everything was over, and they said, everybody's heading home, pulling out. I go to leave, no clutch, right to the floor. Boom. It's like, what the? So we got back out, popped the hood, checked my clutch master cylinder, almost empty. It's like, oh, not good. So I'm thinking, okay, where's this going? Where's the fluid going? And I didn't have any brake fluid, which I use as .3 brake fluid. But luckily there was a dollar store right next to the park, walking distance, so that was a good thing. But I couldn't get to it right away because at first I was walking over to my friend's car, Ben and Patty Eddy. He has a TR4A IRS, beautiful car, black. I've shown you pictures of it in the video. He goes to start the car. It powers over, then dies. Then nothing. No juice whatsoever. I mean, there was no lights, no ignition, nothing to the coil. So I grabbed my tools and I came over, and that's how we found this out. I was testing everything, the fuses, just looking around, trying to figure out, okay, why'd this happen? We got somebody up at the school pounding. But so we spent probably close to a good 40 minutes or so trying to figure out what's going on here. Tracing wires, there's nothing to the coil, nothing to the fuse panels and all that. So the last resort to get they can get home was to hotwire the car. And all it is just a piece of wire, however long you get. And I stripped the end of the wire and I put it underneath the positive side of the spade on the coil to give juice. And it had an alligator clip on the other end, and I clipped it to the battery. So they had power to the coil, and then just reached on the other side to the starter solenoid and jump started it, and it fired right over. So their problem was solved. At least they can get home. And then we went to tend to my car, and I walked over and got some brake fluid and came back, and we put fluid in it and pumping the clutch. Finally got some pressure, and to where the clutch was working. And so we decided that he was going to follow me back to his place. He lives in Greenville, and I live just north of Greenville, just outside of Atlantica, toward Geneva. So we made it back to his place, and the whole way back, I'm having to not use the clutch, which is no big deal. But at start and stop, I had clutch, but I would pump it just to make sure I had pressure. And just speed shift through the gears. Slowing down, I would speed shift down. And then before you get to the stoplight or intersection, you just throw it, slip it into neutral and come to a stop. Pump the clutch a little bit, make sure I had clutch, and then I would be able to go. we made it to his place. I made it all the way home. He followed me to the house. Thank you, Ben, for following me to the house just to make sure I got there. But yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't get any footage on that. It's just one of those things that the battery on the phone was dying because all the footage I took. I forgot to bring a battery pack with me, which I usually do. And the only way to charge my phone would be on my car, plugging it into the the USB cord. And we were just too busy trying to get our cars going. So yeah, the fun of owning British vehicles. Lucas Electrical, the Prince of Darkness. But so I am going to be looking into why my clutch is lost fluid. I got home and it was down a little bit, so that's in the works for this week because I don't have a car show coming up next week, so I really got a couple weeks to tend to it. But then we got a big show I want to go to over in Franklin. So that's on the works, and then plus with Ben's car, we kind of figured it down to the ignition switch, because on the way home when he got back and pulled it in his garage, he just put it in neutral, set the emergency brake, and popped the hood, and we pulled the coil wire off the hot wire, and it shut the motor down. So that's fine. And then he had the key still turned on, so he reached in to turn it off, and he says, I wonder. And he goes to start it. It fired right over. So we're kind of thinking it's something with the ignition connections. So he's going to look into it. And I told him, I said, hey, if you got a problem, need any help, just let me know. I have evenings throughout the week and weekends, and we can always figure out what's going on with that. But Saturday, I went over to another friend's house in Polk, PA. She has a 57 MGB, and her son had replaced the choke tubes and all that in there, and he felt like it was a little bit out of whack, which it was, and it wasn't bad, but it was. So I went over and I synchronized her carburetors, and it had a slight miss in it. It might be timing. We did not check the timing, which I should have done, but it would fire right over, so that's telling me it's in pretty good time. But whenever it's idling, and you can notice there was like a little miss, a little gallop every now and then. So we checked the cap, cleaned the rotor, electronic ignition. Wires are old, so I told him, I would put new wires on it, and cap and rotor. Might as well. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's cheap. Maybe a set of plugs, because those are virtually new plugs. We didn't pull any plugs to read them, but then they developed it because he did the rear brakes and they're hanging up. So we're trying to figure that out, because in 2 weeks she wants to go to the same show. So I helped her out. And then another buddy, a couple weekends ago, you seen the video with the little Austin Healey Mini van that he put a supercharger on with DCOE 40 side draft levers. And he's got it pretty close, but he said he developed a fuel leak, so he's going to check that out. Hopefully he can make it. So yeah, it was a fiasco getting home. But we managed. That's the thing about the just, it don't have to be the British cars, but any classic car or club that you're into. You might be into Chevelles, being a Chevelle club or a Nova club, or it don't matter. You help each other out. I mean, don't expect nothing for helping somebody out. Just do it. Just go out there. If you have the knowledge to help somebody out, help them out, because I believe in karma. Good karma always comes back around. So if you ever have a problem, they'll be there. So, but yeah, it was a good day. I got sunburned. Had a good time toward the end there, but then got a little frustrated. But we pushed through. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to enjoy it on my mom's back porch, enjoying the weather. It's only like 65 out for a change instead of freaking 85, 90. It's a beautiful day, and Mom is in the living room napping, so I got to get in there and check on her. But thank you guys for coming by and hanging out. Oh, and I was talking about in the video. My buddy, he's down around Sharon, somewhere in that area, Hermitage, I can't recall. But his channel is Yapping and Cruising. I'll put a photo up here of his channel and put his link in the description box below. So you guys can go check him out. Good channel. He's smaller channel, a little smaller than me. But good stuff. So go show him some love. But thank you guys. I do appreciate you. If you hung out this far, good for you. It helps me out. View time, watch time. Give it a big thumbs up, not the finger. Share it out. That helps out a lot. Leave a comment because that helps out with interaction with the algorithm, and it shows that the video is good. And almighty algorithm will help push it out and get some more views. This is what it's all about. But thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, hey, go look at this video. You might like it. I don't know. We'll see. Hope you do. But we'll see you on the next one. Peace.